Alright guys, this is Sawyer. I'm thinking about, I've been getting into D&D a lot more lately, Dungeons and Dragons. We play, about once a week with some friends of mine. And it's been a really interesting experience. I'm really enjoying it, and mostly because it's a lot of storytelling. And I love to write stories and create, worlds and stuff. So that really appeals to me. Right now I'm just playing the game. Eventually I will try my hand at DM, and I want to get some more experience first before I try that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. So I'm probably gonna be putting out some videos in the next, few days or whatever, but going over different D&D things. I know I'm not like super educated in the game, but it's gonna be mostly geared towards like newer players' experiences and what a newer player would expect. Um, I'm also gonna be going over like stuff like giving you like trying to give you a story templates for characters or campaigns that you could do or customize however you want. Just different stuff that relates to D&D mostly, and most of it would probably be either 5th edition, which is what I'm trying to learn right now, or 3.5, which is what I've been playing. But that's only because our DM, that's all he has is 3.5 books, and that's what he knows the best. So that's what we play. But I personally would like to branch more into 5th edition since it's the newest thing. I like to try to stay current with stuff like that. So this video is basically going to be going over, you know, um, one of the simplest things that you do in a campaign, which is especially like a new campaign where it's you have a new group, is how does your group come together? Like, you got to have like a story purpose for why your group or your team is together. I'm just going to go over a few different ones that you could use or you could think about using. Probably the most simplest thing, the easiest way to do it, and probably the most generic way that most stories do it, or DMs or whatever, is the classic: you're recruited by somebody. Yeah, I know that sounds really simple, but it works. It's the most straightforward. Um, Now the thing that kind of changes is who is recruiting you. Like, who are you being recruited for? Who are you being recruited by? And what are you being recruited for? That's the variable that changes with it. Uh, the simplest thing is you could be recruited by you're recruited by a king or or the military. Like it's like a government issued thing where somebody in a position of power is recruiting you to go do something. Either something that requires a smaller group, like stealth, or something that requires your whatever your character's skill sets is, you know, just something like that. Usually a delicate situation. A king might hire you to go attack another kingdom, or to infiltrate another kingdom while there's a fight going on or whatnot. A military might recruit you to help to do something that like a covert kind of thing. So those are ideas. You could also be recruited by just somebody more smaller scale. Somebody has a more personal reason why they need your help. You could be recruited by a farmer that's been spending his entire life savings just to hire you guys. Well, he's using his life savings to hire you guys to fight off bandits that are, attacking his crops or trying to extort him. That's a kind of a different way to do it, and that can lead into a more complicated story as you go on. And that's that for that. I think it was the second campaign I ever played in. I've played in about 4 campaigns so far. The second campaign I ever played in, our team was recruited by a demigod that was the leader of a church or whatever, and he recruited us to fight on his brother, who was another demigod, who had created a cult that was trying to cause havoc and whatnot. So that had a more religious overtone to it. We believed in the faith of the church, and we were followers of this demigod, and he sent us to attack his brother's followers. So it was like this kind of spiritual religious war going on. So that's something you can do. That's different. That's probably not used as often. Um, Another one is the caravan thing where your team is on a caravan or some kind of transport system, and you guys are going into a town for the first time. You all have different reasons for going to this town, but the thing you share is that you're trying to get there. And then of course the caravan can get attacked by somebody. It can get like stopped by the authorities. there can be a different kind of conflict for what's stopping your caravan, and you guys have to, as the party, has to group up together to kind of resolve the situation, whereby either it's fighting, running away, or trying to even try to fix the caravan, or you could guard it, like it's it stops in the middle of the night, and your team has to guard it while somebody else, an NPC or whatever, is trying to fix it. That could be a kind of an interesting start to a campaign, a way to bring your team together. Another one I like is the chain gang, as I'm going to call it. Where your team comes together because they're all prisoners together. This doesn't mean that your team is all bad guys. It just means that your team has all been, accused of some kind of crime, wherever they're at. It could be a place where, outsiders are not welcome, and most of your group are outsiders, and you get, arrested for that or something. Or, there's just some kind of, or you guys could be caught falsely accused or something. And that's a cool way to bring a group of characters together. Is they all have a different reason why they're there, and they have different backgrounds, but the thing they share is they're trying to escape together. They're trying to get away. So that can be a really cool intro to a campaign. You got to break out of prison, and you're fugitives, and you got to try to clear your name, or you got to try to get to your safe haven, like the place that you're from that will welcome you. That's all interesting stuff you can do. Another one that's pretty similar to that, but it has some differences, and I really like, is you can do the tournament style thing, or gladiator kind of thing, where your team are all like, caught, and they're put into a gladiator kind of thing where they're fighting for sport, and and you gotta basically, your team has to work together to fight other teams, or to fight, monsters or something in order to win. That can actually be, I'll probably do a video on that another day, because that's actually a campaign I'm thinking about doing one day. Because that's actually, you could do a whole campaign about that, the way you start off as, low level, fighters, and you eventually start becoming more and more famous because you're winning more and more. And that can lead into a whole bunch of different situations where you're gaining political power, and you're gaining fame, and you start like having to, it'd be like, you could do all kinds of, and it would be a very combat heavy campaign, but you could also have non-combat situations, like you have to, do speeches, and and there'd be like drama going on, people sneaking in. Anyway, you could do a lot with that storyline. I'm probably going to do a more in-depth video about that later on, because I really like that idea, and I kind of want to flesh it out more. But yeah, I really want this video to be kind of short and just kind of a basic, telling you guys I'm going to be doing more D&D. I'm going to be doing D&D stuff. So if you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, if you like storytelling, if you like, like brainstorming kind of stuff, look out for these videos, because they're going to be coming soon. And yeah, just as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the followers I have, or all the subscribers I have. I've been gaining some new ones lately. I appreciate that. I understand if you're not like, if you're all in about the movie stuff, the reactions, because I'm gonna be moving out of reactions. I might do some for like really high profile stuff, but for the most part, I'm probably not gonna be doing reaction videos too much. But just because, it's mostly because they always get like copyright cut or whatever, or claimed like super fast. So, and it's not the most original content. I know that. I would prefer to do more hands-on, creative type stuff on this channel. So this is gonna be my way of doing something creative. So yeah, I can understand if you guys don't want to follow me, because I'm not gonna be doing the content you guys like. But if you guys do like that kind of content, check it out and give it all the support. I would appreciate it. And as always, laters.